Yes, a big welcome to Rock and Sports, guys. How are you? We'll be back from that Spain game versus Sweden. Remember, we the Manchester United fans, we are eager to see. We are eager to see a David De Gea make it in goal, but he failed really to make it in goal. Victor Lindelof played 90 minutes in there for a team which goes by the names of Sweden, really defending very well. Spain missing a couple of chances. And the game ended 0-0. No, I think it's the first. Isn't it the first game to end 0-0 in the Euros? I think it's the first game to end 0-0 in the Euros, because when I remember the opening game had close to 3 goals. Belgium comes in and scores. England slightly would have ended 0-0, but Sterling really scored in, and England won against a team which goes by names of Croatia in there. So very many teams have been scoring goals, but Spain creating very many chances and failing really to score in there, with Morata getting a very good opportunity to put Spain ahead, but he failed. But even Sweden, however defensive they are, Victor Lindelof's side, they really had to put up some great defending in there, and they saw themselves draw 0-0. I think it's the first game in the Euros to go goalless, isn't it? I think it's the first game to go goalless in the Euros. Alright, welcome to Rock and Sports. Please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now today, there is a very big story that I really want us to tackle, and it's all about Raphael Varane snubbing Manchester United for PSG. It has been expected, because Raphael Varane, being a World Cup winner, he has won 3 Champions Leagues with a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid. He has gone ahead to win very many other La Ligas and trophies in there with Madrid. Wanted by United back in 2011 when Sir Alex Ferguson was there, and David Gill and Sir Alex Ferguson had gone to convince him. After convincing him, way back then, the sporting director of Real Madrid, who goes by the names of Zinedine Zidane, came in, and him being a French international in there, he came in with the power, and he saw Raphael Varane snubbing Manchester United and going to Real Madrid. He has been at Real Madrid for the last 10 years, and this time round he feels like his tenure is no more at Real Madrid. Left with 1 year on his contract, he really wants to go and play elsewhere, and we thought that Manchester United would be his ideal destination, but to our surprise, he has come out and snubbed Manchester United. So it's not good news, but to me, I'll give my reaction, but let me first bring in the story, because I know very many people really have come out and said that it's really a shocker. But according to El Confidential, it's coming in from Spain, they say that there is doubt that Raphael Varane would go to Manchester United. He wants to go back to his home country, and that is PSG. So this Spanish outlet says Varane will not accept Real Madrid's offer of a new contract and is firm in his decision to move on this summer. Oh my, he wants really to go on. Varane wants to return to PSG and have already taken interest in PSG. And when you look at PSG, they have Marquinhos, they have Ekim Pembe. So I think them getting a Varane is really going to be a boost, because there's going to start to be a serious competition as far as these positions are concerned. Because when you look at Real Madrid, at PSG, they've been lacking competition into their central defense ever since the departure of Thiago Silva, because Thiago Silva used to play with Marquinhos or Kimpembe, and there could be something known as competition in there. But way back, competition was there in there, and it was not there anymore. But if at all Raphael Varane goes to PSG, it will be really a boost in there, and competition will be in there. But when you look, Varane, Real Madrid are pricing him at £51.5 million. That is $60 million in there, and his services not fall below $42.9 million in there. Sorry, $50 million or £42.9 million. That's what Real Madrid want for this guy. And when I look at him, 28 years of age, he still has like 3-4 seasons in him. Buying him for that amount of money wouldn't be bad for a team like Manchester United, but this deal is really gone bad, because one, The reason as to I cannot sign people like Raphael Varane is we don't have people to convince them. But if at all, I told you in my previous video of Declan Rice that I did, if at all a man who goes by Patrice Evra, French or Silvestri in there, or there is another central defender from France that used to play for us. He was called, he was playing in the eras of Yapstam left, and he was really there. That French international in there, and I think he played in the World Cup too. And he goes by which name? He had a bald head, baby. I've forgotten him, but if at all we can use such people to go and really talk to this guy who knows us everyone, we will have him at United. But because we are really afraid and the board is no longer using the legends of Manchester United, that's why we are facing all this. We wouldn't have been facing all this at United. We would have been a better team. But the problem is our board has really shouldered away people like Patrice Evra, the Rio Ferdinand of this world, the Nemanja Vidic, the David Beckhams of this world, and very many others, the Roy Keanes, because these people will do some good work for us. Because when a legend really goes out and talks to a player, it's something different altogether. It's different news altogether. It's not the usual stuff that we are all on, because trust me, legends are legends. That's why Zidane managed to go and snub Varane because he was playing for Rennes in France, and United's manager by then, Sir Alex Ferguson, and a chairman in there, David Gill, had really gone ahead to convince the young lad at the age of 18 to come in and join United. But guess what? Everything was done, a deal had been agreed, but no sooner had Zinedine Zidane entered into this, it all failed. It all failed. It all failed. So this is something that we should really put to a task our board really to come in and really do the needful to us, because there is no way we are really going to prosper into this footballing world if at all we are only taking transfers like that as jokes. Because the way United deals with it, it's like we are doing jokes. These are not jokes, my dear. We are really trying to bring on our world-class defender who is really adding experience to our team, which goes by names of Manchester United, especially when he partners with a man who goes by names of Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, when you look at his attributes, he is really good, and he is one of the best defenders ahead of Ruben Diaz in there. In this previous season, he had the best tackles, won duels in there. He was one of the best that we've had in the season, and that's a man who goes by names of Harry Maguire in there. And things really turned out to be great for him, though he really got an injury at the end of the season. But I'm really one of the people that really was happy. It was a blessing in disguise for Harry Maguire to get an injury, because he really needed a rest. Having played the season of 2019-2020, almost all the 38 games he played them, even this season he played close to 34-35 games in there. So it shows you how much fatigue the lad was having. And there is a story that I've read out that 2 Manchester United stars expected to burn out after the Euros, that is Harry Maguire and the man who was winners of Bruno Fernandes, because they've played too much football. They've played too much football. Bruno Fernandes alone has played close to 37 games. The only game that he never played was, I think he has played 38 games. Let me check. Bruno Fernandes, I think he has played 38 games. Bruno Fernandes, how many games did he play? Premier League, he played 37. Yes, because there is that game of Leicester City. I think that's the only game that he never played. No, the only game he never played was the last one that we played against Wolves, because Bruno was not even on the bench. But he played 37 games in there. He played 9 UEFA Europa League matches, 6 Champions League games, EFL 3 games, 12, 49. He played 56 games. He played 56 games. That is Bruno Fernandes in there for you. So it shows you how much really these players have to rest. So if at all we get a Raphael Varane at Manchester United, we would have been a better option amongst all the available. But this poses a question: is he the only option that we should go for? No. There is a Koundé. a rated defender. Remember in the previous summer, a man who goes by the names of Ricardo Sosha came out and told his board that, guys, the player I want in the central defense is Upamecano. And by that time, we are rating Upamecano. Upamecano has been signed by Bayern Munich, and his clause was triggered, £45 million. Bayern Munich paid them off, and they got Upamecano in there. Having got Upamecano, what did it mean? We thought that Upamecano was going to go for France in the Euros, but he was not named in the 26-man squad by Deschamps. And guess who was named? It was Conde. That means Conde is a better option in there, and you can expect him to do the best out of him when he plays alongside the man who goes by names of Harry Maguire in there. Because to me, I really think Conde is better. His age, when you look at Conde, let me look here. Conde, when you look at his age, Conde is 22 years old. He's 22 years old in there. That is a Conde in there for you. And I think, if at all, because the same amount of money that they want for Raphael Varane is the same amount of money that Sevilla wants for Conde. And I think for that, it's better we go for a Conde, young, and we'll learn on the job. Being that we really want a player like him at Manchester United. Fast, strong, and he's really good on the ball. Both feet, good on both feet. So I think a Conde is good. But the better option that we have is a Cristiano Romero. Guys, if at all you've not yet watched Cristiano Romero, it's high time you went ahead and you really watch this lad play. Cristiano Romero is really a great player in there. And as we spoke right now, he is in the Copa America squad of Argentina. The lad is really great, and he is good. He is better than all of these. The only thing that these people are better than him is the experience. But he's 23 years of old. He's 23 years of age. That's his age. I like the way he plays, guys. And these things of the CDM, guys, he can play the CDM, he can play the left back, he can play the right back, he can play central defense. I've watched him play, and if at all you think it's a lie, guys, go ahead and watch Argentina play today in there in the Copa America, and you're going to see him into that central defense of Argentina in there, playing very well, either with a former United player who must play the names of Marcos Rojo in there. So to me, I think a man who goes by the names of Cristiano Romero is great. We shouldn't mourn for Raphael Varane, however much he has rejected this, because there is nothing we are getting out of these guys. A Varane, 28 years old, if we miss him, let him go. But we have a Cristiano Romero in there, close to £35 million, and I think he's one of the best. He's a Juventus player. He was loaned to Atalanta in there, and he was one of the best 4 defenders in Italy. And you know the history of Italy. Italy is one of the teams that has history of good defenders. And if at all you find Italy, if at all you get a defender in there being ranked highly in there, it shows you that he is the real deal. And United, if at all our United, I would have gone for him, because he is the real deal. He is 23 years of old. He's 23 years of age. I like the way he does his things. He has the final ball. Yes, he has a long ball with him. He can hold the ball and really move with it. He can take off people. He's a good head of the ball. He can win corners. He can defend very well. And you know, United's big problem last season was those long balls, because we conceded most goals. More of the goals we are conceded because of us defending poorly into those crosses in there. And if at all Cristiano Romero comes in here and does all the needful, I think he will really do the best for Manchester United. He played La Liga. He played Cristiano Romero. He played close to 34 games last season in there, and when you look at his height, 1.8 meters long. That is a Cristiano Romero in there for you. And if at all you really fancy a lad who is really great in the air and on ground, he is the lad. He is the lad. Harry Maguire is 1.94 meters long, and Cristiano Romero is 1.85. So it shows you that Harry Maguire is just 0.09 meters taller than this lad. That means he's tall, and he's really great to see to it that this lad needs to come at Manchester United. I don't want to play that is Christian Romero in there for you. The reason as to why he left Juventus, he came out and said, I'm a good player, and the reason as to why he left Juventus was, I don't want to play 3 or 5 games a season. I really want to play close to 50 games a season. That is Christian Romero in there for you. A lad with a big heart. I think guys, let's not mourn about Raphael Varane. It's like crying for spoiled milk or milk that has been poured onto the ground and it has been sunk into the soil. What we have right now is Raphael Varane. If at all he has snapped Manchester United, why go for a player who does not want to play for your team? That's the big question. To me, I really think Raphael Varane does not want to play for Manchester United, and I think Romero is really great for us, because Romero should be in at Manchester United, because to me I really think he's really a great defender and a great player for Manchester United and for the future. Being 23 years of age, Romero is a player that we can really come on and really best in. And the only disadvantage I know about this deal that can fail it is that of a man who goes by the names of another Romero who has been at Manchester United in there, who was a goalkeeper in there, a backup goalkeeper at Manchester United. He's at Argentina, and I think this Romero will go ahead and ask him, how are things at Manchester United? And according to how we've been treating him, he might really tell him, no, United, the way they mean, it was not really good. And the way they treated another man from Argentina who is playing alongside him in the central defense, who goes by the names of Marcos Rojo, also was not good at Manchester United. So to me, I really look at these deals as they're really great, but our history might really defy us from getting one of the best South American defenders and one of the youngest central defenders on the European market. That is a man who goes by the name of Christian Romero. Thank you guys for watching in. This is already in here. You can as well go to the comment section and tell me what you think about these transfers. Being snubbed by a team which goes by being snubbed by a player who goes by the names of Raphael Varane in there, and the other player who goes by the names of Christian Romero. To me, thinking he's one of the best replacements we can really put up here at Manchester United to do the needful for us. Thank you guys for watching in. This is already here on Rokan Sports. Very many more stories are coming on. Stay tuned to Rokan Sports. See you later. Please subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on the stories that we do uploading here on a daily. Hafra Roma, kudos. You're saying Romero in your team Romero, and me too. I'm saying Romero can do a better job than Raphael Varane at Manchester United. Apart from experience, guys, Christian Romero is the real deal. I think we should go for Christian Romero in there because he is the real deal. He is the real. Let's go for these quick deals, because United is not known for signing world-class players. United is known for signing players who are really promising. They bring them at Manchester United and they really polish them to turn into those quality players that we can really talk of. Now look at Ronaldo. He was a promising talent brought in by Sir Alex Ferguson and he really came in well. Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nemanja Vidic, Patrice Evra, David De Gea, Bruno Fernandes, sorry for that, and very many other players. United is known for signing talent that is promising and is being taken up there. We are not known for signing world-class players. So to me, I think let's let this deal go of Raphael Varane. Snapping us is good. To me, I see it as a positive, guys. I know most of you will say, what's wrong with Rokan in here? But to me, I see it as a positive. Him snapping us, it's a positive, and I really want us to go for a player who goes by the name of Christian Romero in there, because he is really the big lad in there who can really bring the best out of Manchester United. He can play the CDM position, he can play left back, right back, and central defense. Comfortable on the ball, and if at all we get a CDM like Declan Rice in there, we will be good to go. Thank you guys for watching in.